Hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back to practice time. And do you say what we're doing?
Oh, that's what, okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to practice time.
Okay, I think we have enough practice time. Today we're gonna be, what are we doing? Today we're talking about our experiences as a musician in our youth and advice.
And we're just gonna give you guys advice from what we've learned. If you guys can take anything away from this video,
that would be surprising.
So we have a special guest. His name is Jase.
Jase, yay! So first, let's just talk about. Oh,
Who's gonna go first? We need an order so we're not
It
just
doesn't-
sitting.
it
What's
doesn't
the
matter.
first question?
Okay.
What's the first topic?
How did we start out? So I started out when I was 5 years old or 6 years old, and I started with the Suzuki program. Basically, the Suzuki method was they just like taught us how to memorize music well, and I was just part of a Suzuki program up until 3rd grade, which was when I moved here, and I started with a different teacher for 2 years as a teacher, and I became really unmotivated and I wanted to quit. And then I went back to a Suzuki teacher and now I'm here. So I guess, yeah, thank you.
I feel like we're in an AA meeting.
I know, like we all did something wrong.
I started playing in 5th grade, and I started with a teacher. He's now an accountant, but he was nice for the time that I worked with him. I wonder where he is today. I hope he's doing okay. And then I started studying with a teacher in 7th grade, but they were kind of
Bad.
They made me want to quit, so my mom made me stop working with them. And then I started with another teacher. That's where I am today.
So when I was in 6th grade, I started cello, and then the orchestra director decided that since I was bad at cello and I embarrassed myself, that I should switch to bass because the other bass player left.
Woo!
And I did that. Then I got in 7th grade I didn't have a teacher. I was really bad. And then in 8th grade I had a teacher who stunk. So then I dumped his and I moved on to my current teacher who has made me into who I am today.
Yay! Okay, let's talk about practice tips.
Who wants to go first?
I don't practice.
I would say the big thing is to eliminate distractions and to, the instructions that your teacher gives you, the little that doesn't matter. Like use your metronome and, little stuff like that really does go a long way.
Finding time to practice and balancing with school. Just any little chance, any little slither of your day that is...
Slither.
that is just free. Use that time to practice, and if you have like a teacher that lets you leave your class, do that.
I think you just want to get out of class.
Don't do that in the way of trying to get out of the class. Do it in the way of actually trying to practice. Oh, also, before you practice, I know y'all probably don't do this, but I like to make a little list.
You make so many lists. Like, you make like a to-do list.
I do.
For every day.
Yeah, I do every single day. I have a to-do list. Like, I'll put 15 minutes for scales, 15 minutes for double stops.
Oh, I do that.
Yeah.
I just don't do a list. I just set a timer and do it.
Okay. One of that was just, I like to...
Practice.
I like to just plan out, especially if it's like I don't have much time. So like just time management tips. Just write down the amount of time that you want to practice each thing, because that'll help you. Yeah.
And if you're struggling with getting in a decent amount of practice time, setting those timers really helps you realize that the time you're actually spending practicing is not time that is boring or takes forever, you know, if you're trying to become an aspiring musician. If you're just trying to practice for skills, just practice every week or something.
Mental health. I never had a problem with my mental health.
Me neither. I mean, I guess I've never let my orchestra stuff affect my mental health. I don't know, I've never got burnt out. It's just, I always try to find different stuff that satisfies me.
For me, like, I never worried about my music so much that it bled into my social or school life.
Right.
Do you have any tips on mental health?
Well, now that you guys both said that you're mentally stable, I don't want to talk about it anymore. So next question.
Physical health. What do you mean by that?
I was thinking, okay, you know how you can get injuries after playing for a long time?
No. That's only you.
I've gotten like blisters.
I've never gotten an injury, but some people have.
I mean, I get calluses, but that's it.
That's
If you're getting
I know.
if you're getting injuries from playing,
Take a break.
Take a break. Yep.
go for a walk. I don't know.
Somebody who was doing thumb position, and they got like some sort of like disease.
They get like tetanus from their strings.
Change your strings
Yeah, don't let them get
regularly.
crusty.
I can talk about your instrument's physical health.
Yeah,
But
that is actually really important for beginner musicians. Remember whenever that kid rubbed hand sanitizer
Yeah,
on
I
his
was about to
violin
say
and
that.
it like ruined the varnish?
Yeah.
This guy that I was friends with at the time, he emptied out his trumpet spit and it got on my cello and I was really grossed out, so I put hand sanitizer on it. Yeah, but it was okay because nobody ever said anything and it was a school instrument.
To be fair to you, I spilled sweet tea on my bass and in my current bass, and it was kind of sketchy.
Your bass is expensive too.
Yeah, I know, it wasn't some crappy school, and
Like, your bass is insane. Like, you spilled ice cream.
I spilled it on the floor and it just splashed all over it. And I was like,
Yikes.
oh my god!
I stepped on my violin once and broke it. Like, broke the neck.
Yeah.
It was a rental though.
Whenever I broke my arm, I was trying to practice for like the first time and I dropped my rental bass, like just straight down fell.
Next topic, audition tips.
What?
Guys, Jase is also one of the best bass players in the state of Texas.
Okay, so my freshman year I didn't make state. I also didn't make region, but I also didn't practice very well. And these practice tips that I've listed and we have listed as a group really helped me. But I guess for auditions, don't drink caffeine, don't eat sugar, don't over practice your stuff in advance. I did that my freshman year because I wasn't prepared, and then I completely dumpstered my audition and it was embarrassing. I would say another big thing is getting yourself comfortable with playing in front of others. Like, they can attest to this. I play in front of a shitload of people all the time when I'm not or we're not performing or I'm not by myself. And I do that not just because I don't really care, but it just conditions me to do these auditions. Because, you can't see the judges in TMEA auditions. You can only see the other little kids next to you. Well, they're not little. But the other people around you, and they're all staring at you intensely. So you just have to condition yourself to get used to that. Yeah, I would say confidence is a big thing. As if you're not confident in your playing and you don't actually believe that you have what it takes to make such and such audition, you ain't going nowhere.
But to have that confidence, even if you're not like a person who's confident in their everyday life, you can build that.
I'm so hungry.
You can build that just by, like even, how do I say this? By just knowing knowing that audition music like the back of your hand, basically.
Oh. Also knowing like everyone else is also nervous, meaning that everyone else can mess up too. So,
or is more likely.
Yeah, so like you have a better chance of doing well if everyone else.
Only if you know the music though.
Right.
Yeah, know your music also. Don't embarrass yourself. And there's so many people who just don't practice the audition music. They're like, it's the first time looking at it.
It's so funny when they get forced into it and they're there at the audition. They don't give any shits at all, and they're just dumpstering this music because they don't care.
One time I had this kid, and he had like his math homework, and he was in the audition room, and he was doing it, and he went up and like dumpstered it, like he sight read it, and he came back and started doing his homework again.
Yeah.
And his friend was in the room, and they were just dying in the back of the room.
Performance tips. I've been performing at concerts since I was 5. Usually there's always a fall and spring concert. These like recent years I haven't been doing a lot just because I don't want to. But when I was like back in the day, I still kind of get shaky knees on stage sometimes, which is really annoying because it makes me mess up if you think about it. But just don't think about being on stage. Just think about what you're playing, but don't think about it too much.
But I think that if you have to like think about the whole point of a performance. Like, you're up there to present this piece that you've been working really hard on, and like you get to show that off to people. And that's just like a fun thing, in my opinion. Like, it's cool to like show this piece that you've been putting so much time and effort into. So if you think about it like that, like, is it more exciting thing? You can turn like any nervous energy that you have into excitement.
Good way to think about it is you are presenting to these people your talent that you have conceived yourself, and they do not have that talent.
And they always give me compliments after, so
yeah.
Just think about like impressing people, but don't stress yourself out about it.
It's like, if you mess up, like, who's gonna care?
I hate how there's fucking dirt on the wall.
It's okay.
I mean, to be fair, if you mess up a lot, they're not gonna, I don't know, if you're a professional musician, they're not gonna hire you, and then you're gonna go homeless. I mean, I could live in my base case, but still. Case.
Like I said about the audition music, learn your concert pieces like the back of your hand as well. Because you can't get up on stage, especially if you're playing from memory.
Yeah. You
can't get up on stage and hope for the best. Like,
I've never performed without memory, or not without memory. I've never performed with looking at music. Cause part of the school that I go to, they don't allow you to bring music onto the stage, which was good because I memorize music very easily. So if you can like start just like telling yourself not to look at music, then you start developing easy memorization. Also, listening to it a lot helps. I
would definitely say that what has helped me be able to just like mindlessly play the state music is just not looking at the music, because you're not, that part of your brain is not having to actively control what you're doing on top of reading the music. You're just, all you have to do is just play the music. And you know, if you are auditioning for something and obviously going over this music for hours on end, it kind of just becomes engraved in your mind, either as a good thing as you enjoy it, or you really hate the music, you just memorized it because it sucks.
At the old music school where my guy teacher taught me, there was like a substitute teacher sometimes, which is a really bad idea.
My school has that too.
Substitute private lesson teacher?
Right?
What crack are you guys on?
It's just a bad idea.
Whenever my teacher tells me that he's going to be gone, I don't come to the next lesson. I just schedule makeup.
Why would you, like, getting a substitute teacher just defeats the point of the private lesson teacher.
And one time he didn't tell me in advance, and I had to do it with the substitute teacher.
I hated this substitute teacher because she went against everything I was learning in this piece. Yeah. And I was like...
We could talk about how stinky and nasty and grimy Belbo Bobbins was.
It only pertains to you. We don't care that much.
I mean, okay,
it was so gross.
Meet the Instrument, like, we went into that room and it was...
odor. It was humid in there. And it wasn't humid just from, like, just people, like, a lot of people in there. He's humid. Like...
Thanks for watching. I hope...
I've been, like, rocking in this chair for the
yeah, I have to fidget, otherwise I'm gonna say weird shit.
I've been sitting like this the entire time.
No, you don't fidget and it's scary. You're just like...
Yeah, you sit, you're just like... I guess it does look weird when I'm like talking about something
Yeah, 'cause
extensively.
you
I'm
always
like, I don't know now. Now I don't want to be in the video. I'm literally just like rocking back and
I don't
forth.
think it
like
was
I have a
that
problem.
Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
No.
Give us content ideas in the
Yeah,
comments
please
below.
give us suggestions.
Yeah.
Or
Or more questions you want us to answer.
yeah, because I like answering questions.
Be nosy. Get
Ask-
practicing.